And I didn't do this video just to talk about that. I'm just really answering the question. You know, the question being, well, how difficult is it to become a full-time trader? It's going to be very difficult for you, or it's going to be simple for you, depending on the way that you actually commit yourself to the training. The same way that it would be however you commit yourself to when you go to school to learn something. And I'm mentioning being a surgeon because look at what a surgeon requires. It requires precision. And that's a very good example for me to use because trading requires precision. At least successful, winning trading requires precision. Precision on your part with your understanding of the market and your execution of what you're trained and what you're taught to do. So it's powerful. It's very powerful stuff. And damn, man, macchiato was delicious. That stuff is good. But in all real, you know, just being real about it, and I like to be more realistic than anything. And I'll tell you out the gate, some of you are just not built to do it full time. You're just not. You might be able to learn and, you know, to do it in your spare time or to kind of do it on the side whenever you can make time. But a lot of you are just not going to commit the necessary time to learn to do this as a career. This has to be something that you really want to do. Like for me, I want to do this. I've always been in the financial markets. I've been exposing myself to, you know, financial information since I was like 10 years old on my own. Nobody had to tell me or force me to learn the information. When my friends were out, you know, playing sports and playing outside and doing stuff like that, I was literally going to the library and reading and learning about the financial markets. So the passion that I have for it is not like, you know, the average person at all by any means. This is something that I've always enjoyed doing. It's always something that I've always been fascinated by. So I know that it's different for me than it is for a lot of other people, but that's why I can tell you, you know, what is actually required in order for you to do this full time. The desire is what is required primarily for you to do this full time. You really got to just want to do this. The freedom that comes along with being a full-time trader, that's what people want. People want the freedom that comes along with it. And I understand that. And are there other ways that you can go about getting financial freedom? Of course. Are they ways that you want to pursue? Nah, that becomes the question. You see? So I know a lot of you don't want to go a lot of the other routes. Is trading an alternative to that? Hell yeah. Absolutely. Learning how to do this and ultimately doing this full time, I don't think that there's really anything that you can compare it to, because like you see what I do on a regular basis. Like I'm in my car chilling and relaxing. If I'm not in the car, I'm somewhere, you know, drinking a latte, eating a banana nut loaf or a brownie, eating a bagel or a sandwich, you know, getting a snack, just chilling. That's my lifestyle. That's what I do on a regular basis. So you can do that when you have the freedom to do so. And it's the freedom that I know people want. And you can definitely achieve what it is that you see me doing. There's no reason why any of you can't do it if you really wanted to. To be honest with you, I think that this is easier to do than anything else out there, in my opinion. You'll get frustrated along the way because you got to realize that you're dealing with the market. The market is alive. The market is actually moving in real time. It's not like it's a stationary thing. It's something that's just there and you can just grasp it. No, it's alive. It moves. It pauses. It stops. It goes back to moving. It slows down. It speeds up. It's alive. To be able to deal with something that is like that, It takes time for you to make the adjustment, but can you do it? Absolutely. You definitely can do it, but it has to be something that you desire to do. So I will say that also. But anyway, so I hope that this, these educational videos help you guys, and that they're informative. And I really just am answering questions and responding to questions that people ask me all the time on a regular basis. How can I do it full time, Mark? Is it hard to do? How's your job now? Is your job now hard to do? You know what I'm like? You got to put things in perspective. What is it that you're doing now? Is that difficult to do? What did it take for you to be able to do what you're doing now? When you first started the job that you have now, was it hard in the beginning? Is it easier now? Of course, it always gets easier over time. So learning how to trade and, ultimately doing it full time, it's no different. But it is going to take your time and your commitment to it, period. This ain't nothing that is just, anybody can come in, get it in a month or two, and it's all over. They got it and they set for life. This is ongoing. That's why the training that we have set up is ongoing, because we know out the gate you're going to need to be around constant training, constant reinforcement, constant reminding, constant reiteration of the same things over and over. And it's so monotonous. It's like it's repetitive. It's like, damn, y'all always talking about the same shit. Yeah, that's how this works. That's why we are always what? Winning. How are you going to win all the time if you are not on top of it all the time? You would have to be on top of it all the time in order to win all the time. Think about it in sports. The best teams win all the time. Why? Why do they win consistently? What separates them as far as what they do and their habits from everyone else who's not winning like that? What's the difference? Is it luck? Hell no, it ain't luck. It's the training. They train harder than you. They're better than you. They're going to beat you. That's TeamAlliance. All right, so I'm out. I'm about to get up out of here. I just wanted to put this content out real quick. Wanted to make sure that I definitely responded to that question. That question gets asked a whole lot now. So you guys remember to reply on these videos if you want to ask a question for Ask Mark Anything, or you just had a general question or whatever the case may be. Ask your question, post your question, reach out to me. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google+. We're not hard to find. You can go to Google and type in hashtag TeamAlliance. You'll see my videos come up. Go on the videos, watch them, check them out. Definitely you want to check out the 1 a Day Challenge videos. That's an old, well, it's not really that old. But it's an older series that I put together, 152 videos, 152 trading days, 152 winning trades. All put together in a series. So that playlist is on the channel. The link for that will be underneath the video also. Just reply. If you want, reply on this video if you have a question that you wanted to ask, that you wanted featured in Ask Mark Anything. And aside from that, if you want to get into training, the links for that will be under here as well. All right, so I'm going to get up out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out here in New York City, living New York City life, living the trader's lifestyle. That's what we do. All right, Mark Fuller. Peace. See y'all in training.